What you with me? Chill.
Everybody coming together and saying, oh, we're going to watch a freak show. This is what this is. We know what this is. It is absolutely mental, what we're going to watch here.
Because he views Jake Paul as a decent boxer. This is not the first time that someone has come out and said this. We've heard Terrence Bud Crawford come out and say that because of the size difference, Tank won't be able to hurt Jake Paul, and that Jake Paul could probably knock him out with one punch.
Reports claim that Floyd Mayweather unexpectedly took over the stage during the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis press conference, directly confronting Jake with a bold warning. The event quickly escalated as both camps fired verbal shots at each other, turning the atmosphere electric. That tense face-off revealed just how deep the rivalry has grown ahead of this highly anticipated showdown that has everyone talking.
Just showing up. Honestly, I'm gonna knock him out. You know, he has a lot of flaws in his defense, and I'm gonna expose him. You know, look what a 135 Lamont Roach did to him, and it's just gonna be so much fun for me. I'm so glad that God gave me this moment. I'm Gervonta Tank Davis.
A wave of critics has dismissed the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight as unnecessary hype, calling it more of a circus act than a legitimate sporting event. Yet, not everyone shares that sentiment. Ariel Helwani offered a different take, pointing out that MMA fans often praise and enjoy these experimental matchups for their entertainment value. But when the same kind of crossover happens in boxing, audiences suddenly turn cold, labeling it meaningless. Helwani argued that this double standard exposes a bias between the two worlds of combat sports. For him, while the bout might not align with pure boxing tradition, it undeniably delivers a thrilling spectacle for fans craving excitement.
Generally, I'm sure it'll be a little bit closer, maybe 200 to 150, how much bigger can Tank get? Why would that be somewhat celebrated in MMA, but in boxing it isn't? Do you know what I mean, Pizzi? In MMA, like, we sort of love the freak shows, but in boxing they don't. Why do you think that is? What does that say about us in MMA?
Well, we're a sick bunch of fucks, there's no doubt about that. But I will say...
You agree, right, or no?
Yeah, like... The idea of the MMA freak show is everybody coming together and saying, oh, we're going to watch a freak show. This is what this is. We know what this is. It is absolutely mental, what we're going to watch here. I think where people get annoyed with Jake is, like, you know, he even got me. You know what I mean? This guy is the greatest outrage farmer of all time. I saw his tweet and I was like, reading it, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, this is exactly what he fucking wants me to do. You know, like, this is, every time I'm doing this, he's in the game of getting eyeballs, and this is ridiculous. As long as, like, you know, why do I like an MMA freak show? Why would I watch Eddie Hall in an MMA fight against Dylan Dennis? I'd be like, this is fucking ridiculous, and I have to watch it. That's the way I feel about Jake Paul and Davis. I will watch it. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's all of us getting together to go to the circus for the evening. I think the reason why there's pushback against it when Jake does it is because Jake, and obviously tactfully, is going like, what are you talking about? This guy's a world champion. I took out Mike Tyson. He's a world champion. And then I'm going to take out Canelo and stuff like this. Like, he's winding us up. He's not agreeing to the stipulation that we're all agreeing on, which is, this is a freak show. This is absolutely mental. As long as we can agree with that, we can all enjoy it collectively.
But do you not think he does agree to that? Do you not think he...
Floyd Mayweather also weighed in on the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight, stating that while the Paul brothers are venturing into territories people don't always understand, they should be allowed to continue their path. However, he emphasized that Jake's abilities haven't yet faced a true test. According to Floyd, Jake has never stood across from someone with the kind of experience and elite skill that defines what real fighters represent inside the ring.
Like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both brothers, Logan as well as Jake, they know what they're doing. So they're doing what they.
The upcoming clash between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul has left both fans and analysts sharply divided. Many feel this fight doesn't fit the essence of professional boxing, arguing it strays from the sport's true spirit. The backlash has been particularly strong among longtime Davis supporters, who view this as a disappointing move for a boxer celebrated for his explosive power and dedication. Their frustration isn't just about Jake Paul's YouTube origins, it's also about the belief that a talent like Davis shouldn't even consider stepping into the ring for such a spectacle.
I believe people think that Tank ain't gonna knock out Jake Paul. Like, bruh, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it's gonna go. Jake Paul will go in that ring thinking he has the upper hand, he has the reach, he has the weight. And he gonna go in there confident. Yeah, he might stun Tank a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you, he gonna underestimate Tank. That's exactly what's about to happen. He's gonna underestimate him and his size, and he gonna get crushed. I think this right here is what's gonna end Jake Paul's boxing career. I think that Jake Paul, when you sit here and think about it, the people he fought, I'm not saying they wasn't real fighters, but they just not no Tank Davis. Buddy, I'm telling you, I don't think this is scripted. I think, yes, this is for money, but I think it's like, hey, at your own cost, go in that ring. Y'all know the weight difference. What's gonna happen is what's gonna happen at the end of the day. I think Tank really go, hey, drop him. He ain't gonna understand, Jake Paul ain't gonna understand how, but he's about to see it. And on some real stuff, I think Tank setting Jake Paul up. I remember when Jake Paul went up against Tyson, he said, you need to fight me. Like, I want to get in the ring with Jake Paul. He disrespected the boxing world by getting in the ring with Tyson and embarrassing him. And, you know, Tank really messed with Tyson. I think he set him up, bro. Mark my words. I think he like, yeah, come in the ring, but we gonna do a friendly, you know what I'm saying? You know, a match or whatever. We gonna get this money. He about to embarrass him November 14th. Just because Jake Paul think the boxing world's sweet. He think it's sweet. He think they about to keep taking it easy on him with these fights. All right, I bet you. How much I want to bet? Tank is setting him up. He's gonna literally do him so bad just to make an example out of it.
This fight has been surrounded by odd controversies that make it difficult for many fans to take it seriously. One such twist involves Shakur Stevenson, who found himself in the spotlight after rumors emerged that he had sparred with Jake Paul. Many fans turned on him instantly, accusing him of backing an event they already dislike. But Shakur calmly responded, saying the criticism doesn't bother him and instead fuels his motivation. His mature reaction highlighted his professionalism, yet the fact that even uninvolved fighters are being pulled into the chaos shows just how polarizing this matchup has become. The buzz around it seems to be driven more by online drama and social media debates than the actual sporting merit of the fight itself.
Right? When Turkey was doing all that, like, I don't want no boring Tom and Jerry fights, he came out with a Tom and Jerry hat. And then he fought in a style that is not sustainable for him. And it's not, again, for me, it's not sustainable because fighting like that, if you do that with the wrong one, you'll lose. If you fight how you fight, okay, it's going to be harder to win. But you're putting your own self on the chopping block, trying to appease the crowd or not be Tom and Jerry. It's not sustainable. And even in the Zepeda fight, he got rocked back with a jab and fell into the ropes like that. So you could say I wasn't hurt and all that, but it's still a bad look. It's a bad look. People always talk about Tank, the knee, hair grease thing, but what about Shakur getting rocked into the ropes from a Zepeda jab? Even if you were off balance, you're supposed to be light years ahead of Zepeda skillfully. So to me, that still looks really bad. Like, I watched 50 fights from Floyd Mayweather, and he's fighting way better than Zepeda level. And Canelo and these guys, they're not punching him into the ropes and he's staggering back. The optics of it look bad. So back to it, Shakur, I feel like he's trying so hard to look unbothered, but he always replies to it so you could tell he's bothered. He's like, man, I got him so mad at me. And I personally, I don't prefer that when people do that. Like, for example, Shakur's like, man, I got him tuned in and thanks for the support. Bro, they're not really supporting you. They're all the comments underneath you saying whatever you said about, I get to pick Jake Paul's brain and work with him and all that. Most of them were negative. So you're trying to, like, it's so weird because it reminds me of when I've seen people like celebrities or whatever who they have a...
That wraps up today's coverage. Stay tuned for more updates until next time.